What's going on, Star Citizen fans? It's your boy Raptor Spiritus, and I am back with another one. So it looks like we have a little bit update for the 4.5. So let's start off with loot refreshing, rebalancing loot at various sandbox locations, and including previous Wicklow exclusive rewards to the loot pool. So hopefully that means that we're gonna start seeing a lot more like armor, a lot more like weapons that we can loot from loot boxes, stuff that's kind of makes I'm not saying the sandbox little zones or whatever have to give you a lot, but at least make it fun. Because I remember back in the day, there was a lot of places for the bunkers. You would get so many weapons. If you didn't have anything if you were starting from Star Citizen, you did a couple bunkers, you would have plenty of weapons, sniper rifles, railguns, anything. You would be ready to rock and roll after a few bunkers. So, and it made it really easy for people to actually gain a lot of, I would say, like I said, a lot of those weapons, so they can, just kind of compete and, enjoy Star Citizen for what it is. I remember back in the day, there was a place over in around Microtech. I can't remember exactly what it's called. It was some sort of like, you would imagine it being like some sort of shady bar outpost or something, where you could go and then you had these mega like weapon drops there that would it would appear in the loot boxes every so often. When it became public knowledge, it would be kind of hard to get there because everybody would be trying to get the weapons too. So, but that was how we usually did it. In 4.4, in the bunkers, there's not really any weapon loot boxes at all. They have more ammo, they have health stuff, and they have miscellaneous stuff with more different drops of ammo, but not a lot of not a lot of weapon drops. Definitely not really any armor drops either. I've seen some clothes, but nothing really substantial. So I don't know if they're switching it to where it's places like the ASD facilities, maybe. I don't know. I mean, especially the new places in Nix, that may be what they're saving it for. But for the beginner, I would hope that they would kind of bring back loot boxes for at least some of the more common weapons. I wouldn't say like you don't have to do god tier weapons, but because like I know with the ASD you can get the Fresnel there, you can get the Zenith sniper rifle. So just again, I wish they would sprinkle the loot a little bit more for because for a beginner, I think it would be more beneficial for them. So moving right along, new Wicklow ships offers adding multiple new vehicles and equipment to ever expanding Wicklow Emporium. So we're gonna see some of the screenshots of the ships soon, so you can see kind of what they look like. So far, as we talked about before, they got the Idris they got an Aegis Idris, the Anvil Asgard Prospector, Argo Raft, and the Kruger L21 Wolf, with obviously upgraded components and unique base libraries. A unique military Kruger L21 Wolf can also be unlocked by completing other Wicklow ship offerings. These rewards can be obtained by completing Wicklow contracts. So, again, for a lot of you guys out there that really love the grind, when you love the grind, you play like 30 hours a week, whatever, and you love that, like just being in the verse. I love that they do this for people because I'll be honest, with my schedule, I don't have a lot of time to play consistently. So for me, that's why I just buy stuff, because it's a lot easier for me to obtain. I can actually still enjoy the game like I like to play it. Everybody can play it any way they want to. Everyone's different, but again, for the person who actually has the time to grind, I think this is amazing and this is good for them. Sometimes they don't want to, put real money into it, real world money. Sometimes they don't have real world money to put into it. Sometimes they have the minimum, the base game pack, and they really want to live that Star Citizen life, and they have time to play it. This is for you guys out there. This is amazing, So I love that they do this. They let people earn stuff, even earning the Idris in game. I think it's fabulous. They talked about before when they get base building and stuff like that kind of going, and crafting blueprints, you're going to be able to build ships eventually. So again, I like the direction it's going, not letting only the people that have money to be able to afford to have all the cool stuff. I love that they're making it obtainable for people who don't have it or just don't want to do it that way, to be able to earn the ships in game. That's awesome. And then Wicklow rebalance, adding a variety of new ships to Wicklow alongside a rebalance of effort required to earn Wicklow rewards. RSI Meteor Contested Zone, implementing a new executive ship as reward for completing a contested zone by unlocking the executive hangar. Is the new RSI Meteor, well, not new, but it's been out for a little bit, but it's the RSI Meteor, so they have a executive hangar version of that, and it looks pretty cool. We're gonna get to those in a minute. My favorite part, and again, this is me because I value the little things. Just like in 4.5 that's coming out, I value the fact that you can the helmets are actualized now. You know, for me, that just means that they actualize the helmets today. Tomorrow, it's gonna be the whole armor set, which means suit lockers will hopefully be in soon. I would hope. CIG, it's like the one thing that you can do to really just improve the game is make suit lockers actualize and let them work, you know, so I can walk around in regular clothes when I want to, but when it gets heated, I can go to my suit locker, swap it out, could put my armor on flawlessly where my clothes are now in the suit locker and I can get to it. That's what I'm looking for, that type of immersion. But you know, digressing back to the helmet, I love the fact that it's actualized, like actually in FPS mode. When you're looking for first person, you see it come on. It's amazing. And then when you take it off and you're third person, you can either hold it on your under your arm, or you can just put it behind you and it clips on your back of your belt. That is so freaking cool. That is such a quality of life update. I think it's amazing. But for me, it's about the little things, which brings me to the new weapon attachments. These look really awesome. I think they really improved the aesthetics of the weapons. I like how some of these attachments, which I'm going to read in a minute, you know, go according to the actual weapon that they're meant for. So they have some weapon-specific ones, which are great. I love the thought that CIG is taking into the little pieces, right? The little pieces. If anyone, you know, are like Second Amendment lovers out there, they, you know, we love the whole, you know, pew pew things. Attachments and customizing your weapon is amazing. We love doing that. We don't want generic stuff. We want diversity. We want different types of compensators, suppressors. We want all of it. Scopes, sights, all of that. CIG is bringing that. So they have a whole slew of new ones that are coming. New weapon attachments. Implementing a host of new attachments, including low zoom volt optics with charge heat measurement readings. That's so cool. Like I said, detail. Low zoom Klaus and Varner scopes, new barrel attachments with scorched tweaker power levels, as well as new tactical volt flashlight. This is important, I think, because, you know, we had for a long time just the regular suppressors, comps, and sights, and they just went on everything. It just really wasn't a huge variety, and it really didn't really do too much when it comes to the actual stats of those weapons and how they fired and what, you know, pros and cons for everything. So they're really trying to like dial those things in, and I like that about it. So I'm really excited for those because I'm a customizer. I love that stuff. And then last, ship flight tuning changes, snub fighters and interceptors, updates on snub fighters and interceptors for the Mirai Fury and variants, Origin X85X, Kruger P52, Kruger P72, Mirai Razor variants, Origin M50, Aegis Avenger, and other variants. We talked about this before in our previous video. So now let's get to the pictures, because I think these are very important. So this is the meteor that is in the contestant zone. I love this paint. I unfortunately melted my meteor down because I really didn't fly it. It wasn't something I use very often. But just look at this thing. Like, this looks so, smooth. I like the camo and the little yellow accents. This looks very military. I like it. So if you're a contested zone person and you're down with, you really want that executive hanger drop for this, good luck, because this thing looks fresh. Like I said, I didn't fly it much, but I mean, if I did the contested zone, I would definitely fly this thing. This thing's cool. I love this paint. Like I said, it's a little thing, you know. So then we're moving right along. Here are the Wicklow ship offers that they've added. There, of course, on the right is the Idris. I love that they again are making different paints and are not rinse and repeating the same crap they were doing before. They're creating variety. I love it. This kind of like bluish, greenish type of color. I like this on Idris. I think it looks fresh. And here on the left, you see the other ones. But then, of course, as they were talking about, there is this one right here is the stealth version of the L21. And I believe this one will be the military version of the L21, just by going off the way it looks. It could be vice versa, but one's a stealth, one's a military. So there you go. Again, stuff you can earn in game. I'm digging it. And of course, my favorite part, these are the new attachments for your weapons. Look at these, suppressor comps, new sights. This one is pretty cool. I saw this one on FC, aka Fried Chickin's channel when he was going over them. He found them. I saw this on when he had, I think it was the P4 he was shooting. This thing is cool. I'm digging it. Now, one thing I will say, I will like it, and maybe this might be too much, and maybe it will, but imagine if you could dial those in, like if you wanted to like zoom in, and like if you were in third person, it shows you actually cranking it to zoom in. That would be kind of cool. I don't know. Again, it's the little things for me. So, but yeah, I'm very excited for these. I haven't shot these yet, but you know, again, if you want to see statistics on those or how they perform, rather, go check out Etsy's video. I'm gonna drop it in the link below. It's, again, he's a super awesome YouTuber. He's got it all. He drops videos, and his stuff is purely amazing. So I'll drop his link down there so you can look at that for these new weapons. But that's all I got today, guys. It's your boy Raptor Spiritus. You guys stay safe out there, and I will see you in the verse.